Good evening and welcome to Find Me a Medium. I'm Laura Jones, holistic therapist and a medium. This evening I'm going to bring you some messages from loved ones. So if everybody wants, I'll wait for a few people to join, but welcome everyone wherever you are. Just before we start, I'll just open us in prayer. If you'll all join me. Divine Spirit, Father God, I ask that my guides, help us and inspire us, draw close and use me as a clear channel to bring messages of love, comfort to those in need this evening. And I ask for a cloak of protection to be put around each one of us and any healing being sent out to all those in need. So welcome everyone. If you could all comment so I could know you're here. And I will see where I'm drawn. I will tell you how I work. I do tend to go direct, and then I'll give you what I get. I see, feel, hear, and know. If you don't resonate with it, please tell me and I'll go back and ask for more information. But welcome everyone. Hi, Tanine. Hi, Bernadette. Hi, Brenda. Christine Campbell. Hi. Can I work with you, please? Thank you. As I'm blending with the energy, I do feel that I've got a lady step forward, and as this lady steps forward, I do feel that she would have suffered with stomach conditions and also pains in the shoulders. But if this isn't her, it's somebody around you. And as I'm blending with this lady, I do feel it's on a grand energy. And I do feel that she would have struggled to get her words out towards the end, I do feel. And as she's giving you the colour yellow for upliftment and joy. She's telling me that there's been times at the moment where you've been up and down, so she'd like to send you lots of love and healing. And she's also giving me music for yourself to help lift your vibration. And also, if she's saying your prayers are being answered, so I do feel that you've been sending your thoughts out to spirits, and they are saying that they are listening, but they're also saying to give you a bit of patience. Sometimes you want things on the spot. And this lady, well, she's telling me she was a lot like you, and she wants to give you a Victoria sponge, and I do feel it's got a candle on. And she wants to give me the months of November and February. And she's telling me that you're thinking or feeling about starting something new, but there's a bit of questions or whether or not you should. She's saying to go for it and do what's right for you. She's also making me aware of a St. Christopher ring. And I do feel that this is somewhere now because it's to be given to somebody that's going travelling. She's making me aware. And she's given me shells for yourself. And I do feel that there's a memory with a beach collecting shells. And she's saying that you love the beach, but you don't go often. And I hope you can resonate with this. And she's also making me aware that she used to do crochet or knitting. A bit of both, I feel. I'm seeing knitted blankets. And she's also giving you rainbows. Lots of fluorescent rainbows. And she's saying you often think about her. And she wants me to remind you that when you are thinking of her, that is her being around you. She's always around you. she's saying to set the intention to call them in. She's saying that you often send out your thoughts, but you don't wait for the responses, and they're making me aware that they can send us messages in different ways. And she's also given me clouds for yourself. And now I'm getting the song, say a little prayer for you, forever and ever, I'll be in your heart. And I've also been given the name Michelle and Brian. And now I do feel that this lady really loved music, because and now I'm getting the song with a little bit of luck. I can make it through. Not, I think that's MC. It's a long time since I've heard that, so I hope you can resonate with that. And she also wants to give you some flowers. She says you love being out in the wilds, and she showed me a big field of sunflowers, so I do feel that this is a memory. And she's saying that there's things that you need to speak your truth. She does there's things I do feel that you keep into yourself, and she's saying it's better out than in. And they're singing Say a Little Prayer for You again. So I do feel you've been praying lots. And I also want to give you angels as well, 222. And she's saying if you can't make the decision on whether you should start something new, feel it in your heart. If it makes you excited, then it's meant to be. If there is no excitement, then it's not meant to be. And she also wants to bring you laughter. And also want to give you feathers. She's saying you get lots of signs, but sometimes you wonder whether or not they are signs. She's saying if you feel that it's a sign, it is a sign. And she's also saying to ask for something unique to you, something different to like the robin, or I'm also getting butterflies for you, and I see like a transformation with this butterfly. It's a purple butterfly. And she also wants to give you some pink hearts. Okay, keep the names with you. And she's also sending healing to somebody with a sore throat at the moment. And she's saying don't look for the answers off other people. They're all within you. And it's when you feel excited, then that's when it's right. They're always a sign they're telling me to tell you. There's always signs everywhere. When we ask, they do send them. We just have to recognise, and the more and more we recognise, the more and more they communicate with us. She's also making me aware of somebody getting their eyelashes done. If it isn't you, it's somebody around you. And their message for you is to bring you love and upliftment. And she's also saying to drink more water. She wants to give you lots of water to help you. She's saying you're not drinking enough. And she also wants to give you some apples and bananas. She's saying you need some vitamin C. And she says you prefer to do it the natural way than taking things. So I hope you can resonate with that. And she's also giving me memories of playing chess, which she's saying just know that she's always around you. And when you are thinking about her, it's her letting you know. And don't doubt yourself, she's saying. And she wants to give you some red roses. And she's saying you love the smell of the roses. And I also want to give you planting roses too. She's saying you love to see them from the seed expand. But she's saying feel the love of her presence and know that you're never alone. And she's saying, she's also saying thank you before she goes. There's something that she needs to say thank you for that she didn't. And she's also saying wear some rose quartz. It will help with your heart healing. And she's saying remember the good times, and I'll leave you with the love of spirit. And thank you for letting me work with you. Thank you, Christine. Welcome, everyone. If you've joined before, you've been here since the beginning, or you've joined while I've been working. If you'd all like to comment so I could know who's still here. And Spirit do like to tell me where I'm going. So Dawn Johnston, am I okay to work with you, please? As I looked at your name then, I got row, row, row your boat gently downstream. So I do feel that I've got a gentleman stepping forward that would have liked to sang nursery rhymes. And I do feel that this is on a dad energy. But if it isn't a dad, it was a granddad like a dad. Thanks, Dawn. Glad you're still here. And then as he's blending his energy, I do feel he was quite shy at times, but then also he could be outspoken. Sometimes he'd stand back and observe, but if he wanted to say something, it would be said. He's also given me the yellow brick road for yourself. As I read that, Dad and Spirit and Granddad, they said they're both here. So I want you to feel their love and feel their presence and know that they are always with you. They said you know that when they're around. I want to give you chills, stay in your back. And also somebody keeps having hiccups quite a bit at the moment. And they're also sending healing for a broken heart. This may not be with yourself, it could be somebody around you. And she's also making me aware of somebody with blue eyes. And she's saying there's also somebody around you that needs to check their sugar levels. So I do feel somebody around you who's recently found out they've got diabetes. Just keep the hiccups with you. And they're giving me the Wizard of Oz, and I do feel this is a memory. And as I'm tuning into this, they want to bring you like comedy, uplifting things that make you happy. They're saying you love drama things, but sometimes that, as we're all empaths, sometimes you can feel the emotions of others. And they're just saying take one step at a time and just send love out to. She's also telling me, they're telling me that there's a few things that keep repeating, but the lesson's not being learnt. There's a situation at the moment where you seem to be going forwards and then going back. They're saying take a deep breath and just go with it. And they want to send you lots of peace. And they're saying you feel most peaceful when you're out in nature. I want to give you oak trees, hugging oak trees, and connecting to the earth, being out in nature. I also want to give you carrots. And it's growing carrots, I do feel. So if this isn't you, it's somebody that's growing veg around. But they're saying stop keeping things to yourself, it's better, right? And they're telling me to remind you of the tickling. So I do feel that one of these gentlemen was a tickler, like to bring love and happiness. And they're making me aware of a book that keeps being stopped and started. I'm seeing it being picked up and put back down. They're saying you don't have to read the whole thing. It could be and just open it up and see what you need at that precise moment. I also want to give you some orange to help with the creativity. They're saying you're quite creative, but you haven't done so much creating stuff recently. They want to bring you that because you love to that and being out nature. Also want to give you drawing as well. If it isn't you, it's somebody around. And they want to give you the colour light, and they're saying that that's for the purity that is within you. I want to say that there's a lot of self-doubts with yourself, especially in this creative side, feeling that you can't do it. They're saying you can do it. They want you to change that from I can't to I can. They're saying pick that pen back up if that's what makes you happy. And they're saying you do a lot for everybody else. And I'm being told to tell you it's time to take some time for you, whether that's drawing or being creative. They want you to take some time for you. I'm also being made aware of a baby around you. And they're saying to look forward and to stay positive and know that everything happens for a reason. They're saying you've got no need to self-doubt. I'm also being told to tell you that they're proud of you, and also to look back on what you've been through and how much you have moved forward. I want to say there's been times where you've been just looking at what's happening there and then, but they want you to push forwards and to do what makes you happy and don't worry about others the same. I want to give you some yellow roses. And I also want to give you some lilies. And they're saying they are listening, the thoughts that you're sending out. They're saying just stop questioning and know that what you desire is within you. And they're also saying take notes of your own opinions instead of others. And I'm also getting roly-polies for you. Gambols. There's somebody around you that's very energetic, that love like gymnastics, I do feel. They're just saying they are listening to you. Just keep sending them thoughts and just listen out. They're saying you asked for this message tonight. You sent out the thought as soon as you see me pop up. And they're telling me to tell you that they're listening. And also, I want to say there's times where you get shivers down your spine. That is them letting you know that they're around. I want to give you the months of October and April. And also, they're just saying slow down and take each day as it is, because I want to say that you're always on the go, and they're telling you to slow down and take some time for you. And they're saying they want you to feel the love and the presence of spirit, and know that they are always around you listening. And the more and more we acknowledge them, the more and more they come around us. So I'll leave you with the love of spirit, and thank you for letting me work with you. And welcome, everyone. Thank you all for joining. If you could all let me know who's here. I do go direct. Tani, am I okay to work with you, please? If I've pronounced that right, because as I said, Tani, it was like I got Narnia, which to me is the film. So I want to say that there's connections with that film. But as I am blending with the energy, I just feel I have a lady step forward, and I do feel that this lady would have had problems with her throat area. Or if she didn't, there was words left unspoken. So as I am blending with the energy, I want to say you've sent your thoughts out to a lot of spirit, because they're all coming in. There's quite a queue here. Yeah, she's making me aware of stomach conditions. I do feel that this would have had sickness. And I do feel she's sending healing to this. So I feel if this isn't with yourself, it's with somebody else, because she's telling me this sickness is caused through stress. And she's saying to take deep breaths. So if it isn't you, it's somebody around you. She's saying life has been up and down at the moment. And some days it's like, do I carry on, don't I? She's saying, you've got a long time yet. And she's saying that there's lots of questions to do with your work and what you want to do. She's saying don't feel that you're too old to start something new. And I do feel that you work with your hands. If this isn't you, it's the lady. They're sending love and peace and healing, and also it's the things that you're keeping to yourself. They're making me aware that there's somebody around you that it's got things that they're keeping to themselves, and they're saying it's better out than in. And they're saying it doesn't matter whether you can't make the right decision of whether you should start this or should start that. Sometimes we have to start one thing to realise it's not for us all, but it's got to make you feel excited. And they're saying that you've got a lot of experiences that you can help with others. I'll say there's she's saying if you can't get your words out, to write them down. To write sometimes that, and I want to say that there's been a lot of sore throats around recently. When I seen that, yes, I'm 40 and don't know what to do. That reminded me, I didn't know what I wanted to do till I was in my 30s. You're never too late. Even if it's singing, dancing or something, it's got to make you happy. And sometimes we have to work in certain things to realise that that's not actually for us. But they're saying you send a lot of thoughts out calling in for help. They are listening to you. They're saying do what makes you happy. They're saying, so that they're reminding me of when my chest was bad. I had a few trapped emotions. So they are sending healing to that, and know that and I want to say you've been sending your thoughts out to the angels because they are listening. I'm going to give you they went to give me some fruit, but it's like a big bowl of fruit. I want to give you some melons, but they're saying you don't eat them enough. And they're giving me they're just saying slow down and think about what it is that you want, and also see yourself doing what you want. I want to give you the colour blue as well, and I also want to say that there's connections to Catholics. If this isn't you, it's spirit. They're showing me rosary beads. And they're telling you to eat fruit. You can never get enough fruit. And they're also telling me tell you to start looking after yourself. That when we eat good foods, that's how we'll be good within ourselves. I want to say there's been a lot of picking on like crisps and stuff like that. And also I'm seeing boxes of Pringles, so I do feel that there's something to do with Pringles. I'm getting salt and vinegar ones. And they're giving me the name Anne. And I also want to give you Mary. And they're also making me aware of a chain that's been lost. Well, they're saying it's just been misplaced. It will be found. But they want to bring you fun and laughter and joy. Also want to give you the colour green. They're saying it will help with the healing and also to wear it. But they also want to give you bright colours to wear, but they're saying you wouldn't because you just tend to wear black. They're saying the chain will turn up when it's meant to. They're also telling me there's times when you've felt very alone recently, but then they're telling me when you're feeling like that, just call in your loved ones and know that they are around. And the more and more we set the intention for them, or just send that thought out, they will be around. I want to say there's memories of tickling the knee, like squeezing the knee. It's quite a long time since I've seen that, like, so you're actually really tickly. And they're giving me the month of November, and they're also giving me the number 11 and 22. And there's somebody around you that would mess with their thumbs. That's a joke to do with this, I do feel, because I'm being laughed as I'm showing you this. And they're saying that they're also saying thank you. There's somebody to say thank you to. But they're also showing me prayer hands, so I want to say that the thanks is being shown with this prayer. And I'm also being given the name Alan. They're saying thank you for the support that you're giving your mum. They're saying you've been there a lot for her recently. And also she sends out her thoughts to Spirit because they're letting me know she's around her. They're also shouting the name Barbara. And they're showing me memory of a lake. And I do feel that the swans on this lake, somebody walking around it. And they're also giving me an image of somebody running, and I do feel that this is for like a competition. If it's you, it's somebody around you. They're saying you used to love running, but not so much anymore. I want to say there's been lots of questions recently, and going forwards, going back. And they're saying you're very indecisive, can't make up your mind. And they're also saying if you can't decide on what makes you happy, also go back to when you was a child, what actually lit you up, what excited you the most. They're telling me to tell you to take can't out the vocabulary, and they're saying remember the good times when it did make you happy. And also want to say there's memories with somebody connected to the army. And also they're showing me a yellow shirt. And as I'm seeing this yellow shirt, they're saying the yellow is the colour that you need to uplift you, but I do feel that there would be hesitation with that colour. And they're also telling me to remind you dreams do come true. You just have to believe. They're just saying to remember that you're never alone, and when you send the thoughts out, they are listening. And they said they heard you to know it, and they want you to know that they are always present when you believe. And I'm also being given the book I Can Heal My Life by Louise Hay. So I do feel, if you don't know about that, maybe check into it. It will help with positivity. Oh, thank you. They're showing me a candle at a grave, and I do feel that this is being lit for someone. And I do feel that there's candles being lit in memory of someone. And they're sending healing to somebody with a bad neck. And also giving me a whiff of incense. And I want to say that there's certain smells that you've been smelling but questioning. They're saying you are smelling it, and I want to say toast when it's not cooking. And they're saying acknowledge these signs. I want to give you some green adventuring. And they said that will help with the heart healing. And they also want to give you some frequency music too. They're saying just to go to which frequency that you're drawn to. I'm being given the Survegios to pick a certain frequency out of that. And they're saying if you don't know where to get that, there's plenty on YouTube, or even there's lots of different sound therapists that help and stuff like that with different frequencies. But they're just saying, remember, you're never alone. And I want to give you some daisy chains to leave you with. And thank you for letting me work with you. And I hope you could resonate with that. And welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining, or if you've been here since the beginning, if you could all comment to let me know that you're all here. And Bernadette Connolly, can I work with you, please? As I think I've said that right. So Bernadette, as I'm blended with the energy, I do feel that I've got a lady step forward, and as this lady steps forward, I do feel that she was quite, well, I'm 5'2", and she was a little bit shorter than me. She's saying she was petite, and I do feel that she would have liked to wear pencil skirts, and I do feel like blouses. And she's also telling me she was very fond of doing her hair. And I want to give you the name Tina. And also giving me the name Stephen. And I do feel that this lady would have loved to bake. I'm seeing apple pies, but I'm also seeing like a roast as well. So I feel that this was a signature dish. They really enjoyed to cook this. And I do feel that if you went round, she was a lady that would she's saying she loved to feed people when they come in. And I'm seeing like pots of teas, and she's saying it's not done the same anymore. I want to say that this lady spent a lot of her time in the kitchen. It was more of her living room. And she would have always had flowers on the table. And she's saying you love flowers, but you don't get them enough. She's saying treat yourself. Now, I just feel it's lady. She hasn't given me. As she's blended with the energy, she's saying you have been thinking of her recently. And she's telling me there's lots of indecisions, can't decide what to do recently. I want to say that you've been keeping things to yourself. She's telling you to sing and dance and let your hair down. And I do feel that this lady would have had her traditional ways. I'm like being given a hot toddy. To me, that's ginger, lemon, honey, and a bit of brandy. Some people mix it different. So I do feel that if she was ill, that's what she would pick up. And I do feel that she wants to like give you a jar of it to help boost your immune system. If it isn't you, it's somebody around you that needs that upliftment. And she's saying that this person that isn't feeling the best, when the weather changes, they always. She's saying you can still sing and dance now, and she loved the way you sang. And she's saying that I want to say there's somebody that sings in the shower. So you said you've got a weak immune system. To me, the ginger and lemon and hot toddy will help boost your immune system. But I'm also being drawn to tell you to tap here. That will help you boost your immune system. If you hit the high heart in your thymus, it helps boost us up. Also, they're saying lots of lemons will help you. Also want to give you grapes, purple grapes. And she's saying they're the best ones. And I do feel that there's a memory to go with a grape vineyard. And also they show me a cherry pie. I thought it was an apple pie, but they said no, it's cherry. And they said there was once upon a time you loved baking, but you don't bake as much as you should. I'm also being made aware, looking to the old ways of making things. And like with that, I'm getting like the roast potatoes in. She says she loves roast potatoes. You love cherry pie, brilliant. Which she was bringing you things that she wants you to. She wants you to remember the good times, and also to look back on how far you've come on your life, because there's times where I want to say there's been a bit of regret, because she's saying remove that regret. She's saying be you. I want to say there's been times where you've kept yourself to yourself. She's saying it's okay. I want to say it's okay to make new friends. There's been question marks of who you could trust in your life and who you couldn't. And she's also saying remember that that things come and go in our life. Some things will stay in our life forever, some not forever. And she's also giving me jigsaws, so for there's memories of making jigsaws. And she's saying not a big one with little pieces, and I'm getting like thousands of pieces. She wants you to reflect back on how far you've come in your life. I want to give you the name Charlie. And also you're not drinking enough, because I went really dehydrated then. And it was like they were like telling me to tell you to pick a drink up. Also, they're saying look into herbal teas. And I want to say there's been times where you felt they were too plain, because they show me what we do. Put a combination of They're saying put the protection bubble. You don't have to keep yourself away from people because of the energy. Just also, I want to say there's times when you walk in the shop and you feel really drained. They're saying ask who it belongs to and it'll go away. They're saying drink water in between that coffee, even if it's a little shop. I also want to give you some bananas for potassium. And they're saying to remind you it's better out than in. And also, I do feel that they're asking you to forgive someone because they're telling me to remind you that when we hold the anger towards other people, it actually hurts us and not the other people. So when we let it go, there's something that you've been finding it hard to let go of. They're saying just set that intention and know. I want to say see yourself as being happy. They're saying you can be happy. I'm being given smiley faces for yourself. They're saying eat more fruity stuff. And I want to say lay off the sugar. I want to say you've got a sweet tooth. They also want to say there's memories with the church. I'm seeing an old-fashioned church. Oh, there. So as I was, they're going quiet, coming back. So I do feel that there's things that you've been keeping to yourself, and there's things that you can't get out. They're saying let it out. They're just saying remember the good times. And I want to say that your prayers are being answered. We just have to wait. I also want to give you the clouds, seeing different things within the clouds. They're saying remind you there's different pictures in everything and we can read everything. There's always a message within something. And I want to give you they want to give you some citron, and they're saying to help with the abundance, and also carry one with you, they're saying. And also I'm getting this somebody that holds crystals everywhere, because they're saying you can have more than one if you want. I want to say sometimes you feel you need more than one, and they're saying that's okay. They're telling me to remind you there's a message in everything, and they want you to know that when you are sending the thoughts out, they are listening, and they want to leave. I'll leave you with the love of spirit, and thank you for letting me work with you. They're saying pick one for what you need, and thank you, Bernadette, for letting me work with you, and glad you could resonate with it. Hi, everyone. If you're still here, let me know. Oh, good morning. Where are you? It's evening here where I am. So good morning, good evening, wherever you all are. And just see where spirit would like me to go. Mel Williams, can I work with you, please? Thank you. As I'm blending with the energy, I do feel that I have a gentleman step forward, and I do feel that this gentleman would have liked to have worn hats, and I do feel this gentleman would have been strict at times, I do feel, and I'm being my back strained, so things had to be proper. I'm also being shown swinging chairs, so I thought there was a memory of somebody swinging chairs, and he would stop that because the chair's been stopped. I do feel that this is a granddad energy, and I do feel that he would have smoked, and he's given me horses, so if you can't take horses, I do feel that he liked a little gamble. He's showing me the horse racing, and I'm being given number 13 on them horses. And I'm also feeling that there's memories going to greyhounds races too. But as I am blending with this energy, I do feel that this gentleman would have had knee problems, and also he would have had trouble walking towards the end of his life. He's saying he was in a lot of pain towards the end of his life, but I do feel that he kept a lot of this pain to himself. He's telling me he didn't like to be a burden, and so I do feel that there was somebody that really looked. He's telling me there was a few people with him. And there's something that you're thinking about, but you can't make up your mind. It's like, should I, shouldn't I, shouldn't I? I want to say that shouldn't I is to do with going travelling. There's somewhere that you want to go see. I am being given Ibiza for you, and also Turkey. They're saying you love the heat. And they're telling me there's been times recently when you've been thinking or feeling that spirit around you, but there's question marks, bit of doubt, I want to say. They're saying when you know, you've got very good intuition, they're saying, but they're saying follow it. Also want to be made aware of a diamond ring that's been left behind, and this diamond ring, it keeps moving, I want to say. And also they're showing me lost keys. And if anybody else can take anything from this message, please do. Hopefully Mel can take this, but if you can take some, please do, because spirit do like to come through to those in need. I want to give you some magnetic pink ring, magnetic pink roses. And also I want to say there's been a connection to the heart with that colour. I mean, guides it to my high heart. I'm getting the name Margaret, and but then I heard Margie, so it could be one of the two. And they're also giving me memories of teddy bears, and I'm seeing the little normal teddy bears, but then I'm also seeing the teddy bear sweets, so there's something significant with that. And they're also showing me memories of somebody going out to eat because they're letting me know that they were around. And they want to give you they said they want to give you a gift, but you'll know what that gift is. I feel it's a gift that's been left here for you. And they're saying don't keep things in. There's times recently, I want to say, that you've been keeping yourself to yourself. And they're also giving me memories of bingo. And they're also making the joke about the bingo with the... They like bingo when they used to make fun with the different numbers and the joking, and they want to bring you that upliftment and joy. I'm going to give you the months of March and October. I also want to give you the number 23. And there's something to do with playing piano. They're saying music brings you upliftment and joy. And that they're also saying that there's memories of the secret garden and that you'd love a garden like the secret garden. You love to go off and be on your own. And I want to give you some amethyst. And they're also saying that'll help with your spiritual, with opening the third eye, if you're thinking about that. I feel that they're pushing you along that way. They're saying you too have got this gift, but there's questions with it. They're saying follow your heart and do what it is that you love. I'm also getting memories of Greece. And they're saying, don't forget Scotland. So if you haven't been, there's something to do with Scotland. They're saying it's coming up. But their message to you is to feel their presence, and I want to say that they're saying to meditate because you'll get different visions, and I want to say it'll be like watching a movie. If this hasn't happened, it will. But they're just saying just take some time for you and know that spirit are always around when you're thinking of them. And they want to give you some potassiums. I'm getting like they're saying to give you a meadow full of flowers that when you're out walking, you'll feel the presence and the energy around. So thank you for letting me work with you. And they're just saying feel the love and the presence and know that you're always being heard. And they want to give you some cherries to leave you with. So thank you for working with me. And thank you everyone for being here. It's lovely to have you all here. If you want to follow my page, Mystical Soul Sanctuary, please do. I do believe they've got a medium on in a little while. So thank you, and I hope you could all resonate with your messages. Have a lovely evening or morning wherever you are in the world.